Dave and I had just arrived in Rome, and it was his very first time. And where better to start? The Colosseum. I'd been to the Colosseum before, but instead of playing tour guide, I decided to leave it to the experts, and I booked a small group tour with Live Italy. This tour included VIP entry and a tour of the Roman Forum. Plus, it was limited to just 6 people, so no walking around in a giant crowd. We were lucky to have Luca as our guide. His passion and energy were contagious. Before I knew it, we were standing in the center of the Colosseum, in the arena, with maybe 10 other people total, as the crowds looked down on us. I felt like we were gladiators ourselves. Dave and I were blown away. This was even more spectacular than we had imagined, and better than any of my previous non-guided visits. After a billion photos, we headed below to the underground. We had access not given to everyone. This is where gladiators and animals waited before their release above into the games. It was a maze of walkways, well preserved and transporting. Luca showed us the original elevators that brought up the wildlife, and his stories really made us see and feel what the Colosseum was actually like back then. The finale was walking around the very top of the amphitheater, the nosebleeds where most of the Roman population watched the spectacles below. We had time to ask questions, but also time to just marvel at the majesty of it all. Next up, we headed nearby to the Roman Forum. Luca gave us an express tour of this enormous space, highlighting the politics, the culture, and the important moments of the time. He made sure to give us a lot of info, but not to overwhelm us with too much. And we ended the wonderful 3 hours of Roman history by taking in what I think is the best view in the entire city, the view from Palatine Hill. All this walking worked up our appetites, so Luca even gave us tips on where to get pizza nearby. This was my kind of Roman afternoon.